Well, the spring of 2020 finds us in a place in the real estate world we did not expect to be, that is social distancing. Thankfully, Governor DeSantis has declared that we in the real estate industry, the construction industry, can continue in business so long as we're being safe, that we're adapting, we're respecting each other's health and wellness. I've got a true expert in the real estate industry here with us today, Christina Welch from the Welch Team, who's going to share with us some of those adaptations we're making to keep business flowing, to get your home sold, to get you in your dream home, and if you're looking for new construction, to safely adapt and get you there too. Christina, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, Wally. How are you?
I am awesome. I'm always happy to see you. You know that. I like seeing you better in person, but virtually sometimes works out just fine. So for those existing customers of the Welch Team, that dozens and dozens and dozens of people who have a Welch Team sign in their front yard, what are you and your team doing using technology and other creative techniques to assure that those homes are still getting sold rapidly like you're known for?
You know, Wally, it's kind of funny. We like to be together as a team. That's one of the things that we enjoy doing. So it's been kind of a challenge this week to communicate with everybody on a daily basis. But for us, our business is still kind of moving forward. We've taken our listings and we've gone out and done the Matterport 3D tours so that people can actually walk through the home virtually, as well as if they would like to schedule an appointment with one of our agents, we're virtually walking through with them on FaceTime and answering any questions kind of on a live feed. So that way they're getting all the information that they would if they were walking through the property as well.
Right. It's great that you mentioned Matterport and other technologies. Now more than ever, the agent that isn't doing professional photography and the video and the drones and the other things to enhance that virtual experience, those homes might not, it shouldn't even be on the market. They're never going to sell. It's terrible. But
Right.
What about the home buyer? So I know you have buyer specialists. You're working with dozens of buyers at any given time. How are you enhancing that buyer experience with technology so the person can see everything they need to see, be comfortable, and get to a buying decision?
I think a lot of it is kind of what we've been doing for quite some time. We strongly feel that advertising in our industry is, you need to have the best pictures, you need to have the home stage, you need to make sure that you've got the technology out there so that you can sell online to start with. So we've actually embraced that a little bit more this week in making sure that we've got it on all of our listings. And then for our home buyers, they're working directly with our agents. So we still have buyer agent consultations. They're doing those via Zoom calls. They're doing those via FaceTime. And so as opposed to meeting face-to-face like we typically would do, we're just setting up the process a little bit different with the technology that we already have in hand. And we're being able to utilize that in our business currently.
You know, Christina, I think you're finding out in your business the same thing I have. That investment we've made over the years in technologies and training and creative marketing, all of a sudden we are in a prime position. This challenge has really become an opportunity more than anything else. For the person who's looking for new construction, Christina, how are you leveraging and enhancing the relationships that you've had over the years with the builders, with the site agents, through the Sales and Marketing Council? How are you showing homes, new homes in neighborhoods all over town to that new home buying customer?
It's really narrowing down that process for the buyer. So that's the hardest part. If we can do that virtually by showing them the locations, showing them the floor plans, showing them what's currently available without ever visiting the site agents, then we've done our homework up front. And then from there, we reach out to our contacts that we currently have and we set up virtual tours with them where we can three-way call and walk through the properties, the site agents there, our customers there, we're walking through the properties, we're getting all the information that we need. Again, we're just utilizing technology a little bit different than what we would in the past, but it's actually helping our buyers so that they're not having to come in contact with anybody. They're narrowing down their process a little bit more so that they can feel at ease when they are able to actually schedule a walkthrough.
Christina, you said something I absolutely love, your database of builders and site agents. The builders and site agents are not strangers to you. Your team has a relationship with these teams that you've built and honed over years, and now as president of the Sales and Marketing Council and other years before that. Share with me why it's so critical that the relationship between the general agent and the site agent and builders representatives, why is that so important to the buyer's experience?
It's very important for me and our team for the buyer experience on several different levels. One, education from our standpoint as an agent. We need to know all the communities. If we don't know the communities that are coming out of the ground and what's available for our consumer, then we're not really giving them all the product that we possibly can. You got to keep in mind some of those houses aren't on the MLS, so you have to know what products that the builders are building. And then for us, that relationship. So when you walk through the door, when you make a phone call, they know you, they have a connect with you, they trust you, they know that you've talked to your customer about financing, that you've helped narrow down locations. So you're a serious customer coming through the door, and you really want to work with that particular agent or that community, and you're trying to help narrow it down.
You know, you're this year's Sales and Marketing Council president. I thank you for your service. Last year's Sales and Marketing Council president, Elena Reckert, who's the general sales manager at ICI Homes, she and I had a wonderful conversation earlier about their eagerness to work with Sales and Marketing Council member agents to do these three-way Zoom calls, the virtual tours. They'll walk them through the entire process, including registration of the buyer with the site agent. It's I'm just loving the agents and the companies who are using enhanced relationships and enhanced technologies to frankly keep the economy rolling. It's beautiful.
It's very smart. And I really appreciate Elena saying that, because a lot of times agents are like, well, we kind of need to sit back and take us a seat while this blows over. But for us, we still have to continue business as we typically would. You know, working commission only, your check only comes for, you know, your customers. So if you've taken a step back and you're not reaching out to them and you're not following up, we need to push that out there, that the interest rates are still so low. Buyers need to be taking advantage of it, because it's not going to be this way for forever. And that gives them a lot more home buying power. So they're able to purchase a property that's a little bit more expensive than they probably will when the interest rates go up. So we are still feeding that information to our consumers, and we're hoping that people still do the same thing, because these interest rates are not going to be this low for forever, and they need to truly be taking advantage of them.
Agreed. We got to stimulate the economy working together. Christina, thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate you as always. Longtime friend, longtime associate. Appreciate all you do. I can't encourage you enough as a home buyer to get involved with your real estate agent. Reach out to Christina, find out if they're SMC members, and go on out there and buy a new home, buy a pre-existing home. It's incumbent upon us all to keep the economy strong, not sit on the sidelines. There are fabulous builders, fabulous real estate agents, fabulous people, mortgage lenders who are all ready to serve you virtually, serve you proudly, serve you safely. You have a beautiful day.